Good evening. Today we delve into a mystery as old as time itself, why solitude often precedes our greatest transformations. It is not a punishment, nor an abandonment, but a profound necessity. Imagine the seed buried deep in the soil. Before it breaks forth as a sprout, it must first wrestle with the dark, quiet earth. So too must we face moments of isolation before reaching the peaks of elevation. Solitude is not loneliness, but a sacred stillness, a retreat from the noise of the world so that the divine can speak to us without distraction. The journey of elevation is not just about achieving something, it is about becoming someone. And that transformation often requires that we be alone, not to separate from life, but to reconnect with its essence. Let us now explore the 5 truths behind why God calls us to solitude before elevation.in. Solitude. You are removed from the roles, expectations, and distractions that often define your identity in the eyes of the world. It is within this stillness that the layers begin to peel away, the persona you present to others, the stories you've told yourself, and the influences of external voices. What remains is your unvarnished essence, the true self that lies beneath the surface. This revelation can be both liberating and uncomfortable because it requires confronting parts of yourself you may have avoided or neglected. In the absence of external validation or judgment, you are faced with the raw reality of who you are, your desires, fears, strengths, and flaws. But it is precisely in this space of vulnerability that the groundwork for transformation is laid. Solitude acts as a mirror, reflecting back to you the truest version of your being. It exposes not only your limitations but also your potential, revealing what is holding you back and what is calling you forward. Without the noise of the world, you gain clarity about your values, your purpose, and the divine imprint within you that often goes unnoticed in the busyness of life. This process is not about judgment but about understanding. Solitude invites you to see yourself with compassion and honesty, to recognize what must change and what must be embraced as you prepare for elevation.in. The stillness of solitude, the distractions of daily life fade away, leaving room for a deeper connection to the divine. The constant noise of the world, its demands, opinions, and chaos can drown out the subtle voice of guidance that seeks to lead you. It is only when you quiet your surroundings in your mind that this voice becomes clear, like a whisper carried on a gentle breeze. Stillness is not merely the absence of activity, it is the presence of awareness. In this heightened state, you become attuned to the currents of divine wisdom flowing through your thoughts, emotions, and experiences. The questions you've been wrestling with or the uncertainties that weigh on your heart can often find their answers here, not through force or striving, but through surrender and listening. This is the space where intuition sharpens and insight blossoms, where clarity emerges from confusion. In stillness, you realize that guidance doesn't always come as an immediate answer, but often as a gradual unfolding, a nudge here, a sign there, a deepening conviction within. Each moment spent in this quiet communion aligns you more closely with your purpose, sharpening your discernment and revealing the steps you are meant to take. It is in stillness that you come to understand that divine guidance is not something distant or external, but something already present, waiting for you to tune in. Here, trust deepens as you learn to move not from fear or haste, but from the quiet assurance that you are being led toward what is best for your growth. In elevation.in. The silence of solitude, strength is not built through external effort, but through an internal process of endurance, reflection, and growth. Silence strips away the safety nets of noise, distractions, and external validation, forcing you to confront your own vulnerabilities and limitations. It is in this confrontation that resilience begins to take shape. When you are alone with your thoughts and challenges, there is no one else to lean on, no immediate answers or comforting distractions. This can be an unsettling space, but it is also where transformation happens. In silence, you are compelled to draw from the depths of your inner resources to cultivate patience, self-reliance, and trust in something greater than yourself. The absence of external support trains you to find strength within, and this inner fortitude becomes the foundation for enduring future trials. Silence also provides a space for healing and renewal. Just as muscles rebuild stronger after being stretched and torn during exercise, the soul finds its resilience in moments of stillness and solitude. Here you learn to let go of what no longer serves you, to process pain, and to grow in understanding. Each moment spent in silence is a step toward becoming unshakable, as you develop the capacity to navigate life's storms with grace and unwavering resolve. Moreover, silence fosters clarity and focus, enabling you to discern what truly matters and to channel your energy toward meaningful pursuits. It builds the discipline to act not from impulse but from purpose, teaching you to stand firm in your convictions, even when faced with adversity. Through this process, strength is not only forged but tempered, preparing you to rise to the challenges and opportunities that await in your elevation. Preparation for elevation is a deliberate process that requires unwavering focus, and solitude creates the ideal environment for this. In the absence of distractions, you are able to concentrate fully on the work that must be done to refine yourself for the next stage of your journey. This focus allows you to identify and address the areas of your life that need transformation, whether they be habits, thought patterns, or skills. Solitude clears the mental clutter that often comes with constant engagement with the outside world. When distractions are removed, your mind is free to engage deeply with your purpose and the steps required to fulfill it. It is in this state of focused intention that you can align your actions with your values, ensuring that every effort you make moves you closer to the vision God has for you. This time of preparation also requires self-discipline, a trait that is sharpened in solitude. Without the pressure or accountability of others, you learn to hold yourself to a higher standard, practicing the consistency and persistence needed to bring your goals to fruition. Focus in solitude trains you to be diligent, to prioritize what truly matters, and to resist the temptation of shortcuts or distractions. Furthermore, focus allows you to recognize the lessons embedded in this season of preparation. You begin to see the connections between your experiences, understanding how even small steps are integral to the greater purpose. This clarity helps you to embrace the process, recognizing that the effort and patience required in preparation are not burdens but gifts that equip you for what lies ahead. The dark before the dawn is a metaphor for the challenging, uncertain, and often lonely periods that precede moments of breakthrough and transformation. Just as night reaches its deepest point before the first light appears, life often requires us to endure a season of darkness before elevation. This darkness is not an end, but a transition, a time of hidden work and unseen progress that prepares you for what's coming. In the darkness, you are stripped of the familiar and the comfortable. This can feel disorienting, even overwhelming, as you navigate an uncertain path. Yet it is within this obscurity that growth takes place. Like a seed planted in the soil, much of the transformative work is hidden beneath the surface. The darkness is fertile ground where roots grow deep, providing the strength and stability needed to support the elevation that will follow. This season forces you to rely on faith rather than sight. Without immediate evidence of progress, you must trust that something greater is at work, shaping and preparing you for the dawn. This reliance builds a deeper relationship with the divine, teaching you patience and perseverance. It reminds you that while the darkness feels endless, it is always temporary, giving way to the light at the appointed time. Moreover, the darkness is a time of refinement. It burns away what is unnecessary, leaving only what is essential for your elevation. Old fears, doubts, and habits are confronted and released, making space for the new opportunities and blessings to come. This period of struggle is not wasted, it is purposeful, ensuring that when the dawn finally arrives, you are ready to step fully into it with clarity, strength, and purpose. And so, when you find yourself in a season of solitude, embrace it as a sacred gift. Recognize that it is not a pause in your journey, but a pivotal chapter of preparation and transformation. The quiet moments, though challenging, are shaping you into the person capable of carrying the weight of the blessings and responsibilities that elevation brings. Trust the process, for even in stillness there is movement, even in silence there is growth, and even in the darkest hour, the dawn is inevitable. Let the work of solitude refine you, guide you, and prepare you to rise to the heights that await. Thank you